Hello everyone, thanks for joining me again. In the previous session we went through the deployment of the transport VPN. In this session we're going to take a look at the service VPN, and before doing that let's go back to my topology. The transport VPN, as we saw in the previous session, is the VPN that's interconnect your sites and your data centers, your headquarters. Any transport, internet, MPLS, LTE, or any other transport is going to be part of VPN 0. So if you have an interface on the internet connecting to internet, an interface connecting to an MPLS circuit or an LTE type of transport, all those interfaces will be part of VPN 0. And the service side, which is the user's side, your users are those employees, visitors, all the equipment at each location, printers, servers at data centers. All those equipment, all those end user devices are part of the service VPN. And just to give an idea again, VPN 0 is a transport VPN, so I'm gonna put TRP, and the VPN 1 to 511 are the service VPN. So these are the VPN we're going to deploy, and we have VPN 512, which is the management VPN. Okay, and just to recall, VPN 0 and VPN 512 are default VPN. You can't delete them. Okay, but VPN 1 and 511, you can create them and you can delete them. Service VPN, a VPN in the SD-WAN context is just like a verb. It's a verb. Okay, it's a virtual routing forwarding instance. What it does, it just create a logical routing table. Okay, so if you have a physical router, you can create as many as you want virtual routing table, and those are the VPNs for Cisco SD-WAN. So without any further talks, let's go to start deploying our service VPN templates. So the first thing that you need to do, of course, you go to the dashboard, configuration, templates, and you go to feature templates. And let me give an idea again. For each VPN that you're going to create, you're going to need two things. You need to create the VPN templates. So this is kind of the like a basic template for the VPN. It contains all the info that are not part of the interface. Okay, the VPN template. Okay, and then you're going to need the VPN interface template, and this is the info regarding the interface that is going to be part of the VPN. And another thing, in this session we're going to create two VPNs. Okay, one VPN for the employees, it's gonna be VPN 10, and one VPN 20 for the visitors. Okay, let's say you have a site, it's a bank, you have employees and visitors. Okay, but we're going to do it using two physical interfaces. So we're going to use VPN 10 on GE01, and we're going to use VPN 20 on GE02. Okay, and then when we're going to go through a couple of deployments, we're gonna come back to this and create an 802.1q interface. okay, 802 sorry .1q interface. Okay, so which means at this time we're going to use two interfaces, one for one per VPN, but when we're going to move on, we're going to use a single interface for for both VPNs. So that's going to give us an idea of how you can deploy the 802.1q on Cisco SD-WAN. So let's start with the templates creation. It's gonna be straightforward. So we're going to start with the one VPN template. So for that, we just need to select the device type model, and we're going to select VPN. So this is the first template you need for each VPN, and this is going to be for site 33 and site 44. Before moving, let's go and do some testings. That's where we can have a baseline. If we do show IP route at site 33, we only have routes for VPN 0. If we do show running config VPN 10, we have nothing for that VPN. 20, we have nothing for this VPN. 0, we have something because we already deployed VPN 0, and this is the transport. This is kind of the way you need to do it, because in order to get your connectivity to your WAN edge, you're gonna have to start with the transport VPN, and as soon as you have connectivity to the WAN edge, you can start deploying the other services, and that's the way we're doing it. So we've started with the creation of the template. We have the template name, the description. The next thing is to change the VPN number from 0 to 10. The name of the VPN, okay, we're gonna make it global, and this VPN is gonna be for users, so we're gonna call it employees VPN. You don't wanna mix employees VPN with visitors VPN for security reasons. And the next thing, you can add your internal DNS. This is the DNS that's going to be inside the enterprise DNS. Okay, so it's gonna be, in our case, we have 2 DNS, and the other one 72.155. You don't have to have a DNS when you're doing your lab. You can skip this. This is not mandatory. We're not going to change any default value at this time, because these are for OMP. When we're going to talk about OMP, we can make some changes. IPv4 route, we're gonna need 1, because if I go back to my topology, the route is going to point to the SVI on the switch. Okay, so on the switch, we're going to have like VLAN 10. That's going to be the SVI, and traffic, we can put a default route pointing to that SVI on the switch. You don't have, I mean, I think you should do that, but you can test if it can work without a default route or no. Anyway, let's go back, and here we're gonna make this device specific. So we're gonna change this to make sure that we can recognize it, the value. For that, it belongs to VPN 10, and the next op as well, we're gonna add the next op. It's gonna be device specific. Gonna be for VPN 10. Add. When you click add, don't forget to click add here. Okay, that's where you can add that route. If we go down, I think there is nothing else. We can save. We for these first sessions, we just wanna deploy the required configs. We don't want to touch anything that's complicated, but we just want to make to establish connectivity, and that's being done for that template. So this is the template we just created. Okay, now let's create one for the interface. Okay, so I'm gonna I just want to copy this, that's why I don't have to copy the name of the template, and that's why I can just adjust a couple of stuff. Let's go back here, we select the device. At this time it's not gonna be for VPN, but for the VPN interface Ethernet. We're going to add the here, but we're going to change the values 33 and site 44. Can copy here. For this is the state of the interface. We don't want to deploy a VPN with an interface shutdown, so we're gonna change this to global no. The interface name for VPN 10 is gonna be GE01, and the description, we said this VPN is for employees, so we're gonna say employees VPN. Okay, and we're going to use an IPv4 address. It's gonna be static. Okay, you can use dynamic if you have a DHCP server. You can click here, but we're gonna use static. And this is going to be device specific, and we need to specify that it's for VPN 10. I'm gonna do VPN 10. You can change this value, okay, to make sure that it's you can easily know that it's for a specific VPN. This interface is not going to be a DHCP helper interface, so we skip. No tunnel interface for this. No other services needed, so we can save. So we just created the two templates for VPN 10. Okay, now we need to create for VPN 20. In order to do that, we don't need to type again, to create from scratch. But before copying, just note that when a device is not attached to when a feature template is not attached to a device template, we can see that it is 0, and it is not also attached to any device. When a template is attached, a feature template is attached to a device template, you're going to see that here, and you're going to see to the devices it is also attached. So we're going to copy each of these templates. We're going to start with the one edge VPN with the VPN template. So we're going to copy. You click on the three dot, copy, and we just change 10 to 20. That's where we know that this template is for VPN 20. Copy. We just copied, and we're gonna see it here. We can see it here, and we're going to change the values inside. Okay, don't forget to change. Copying is just to make sure that you copy the same structure from the previous template, but same values, some numbers need to change. So when you come back here, we need to change the VPN number from 10 to 20, and this VPN is for visitors, so we need to change visitors. And another thing, the DNS servers are the same, but I think we need to update the static route here. So from the 10, we need to change this 10. So we're gonna do here, edit, and specific, we're gonna change this 10 to 20, and this does not change anything. Okay, to 20. Save changes. Think I need to go back. The next op as well. The address is already changed. This is for the IP route. Okay, so let me be specific. This is for the IPv4 route going to the switch. So this is the prefix where we're routing to, and this is the next op. Let me change the next op value. When I click here, I don't want to add. Okay, the next op looks like it's already changed. Okay, VPN 20 next op, but I need to change for the IPv6 itself. Sorry, for the IP, for the prefix itself. Save changes. Okay, now it's changed. Okay, we can see it was 10, it's now 20. I think that's the last thing we need to change on this template. I can update. We now need to copy the interface VPN. Okay, this the interface template, the VPN interface template. So I'm gonna go to the 3 dot, copy, and change the 10 to 20. So the names you give to your templates, you're free to use any name, but make sure you're using names that can help you figure out where this template is applied to. Because if you have a big network, you can say, okay, this is the template for the devices on the East Coast. This is the template for the devices in Europe. This is the templates for the devices at data centers. So because those devices might not have the same functions, might not need the same configs. So you need to give names that really make it easy for you to remember. So I have copied. Now let me edit. It's gonna be the same. We just need to update the device specific items. Okay. Shutdown is gonna be no. This interface is now GE02. This is for the visitors. Okay. And here I'm gonna put VPN 20. Okay, and I think that's gonna be all. Okay, we don't want to change anything right now, just to establish connectivity. So we have our 4 templates. Okay, the VPN, let me do this. So the 4 templates that we just created. VPN, oh god, sorry. We have the VPN template for VPN 10. We have the VPN interface template for VPN 10, and the same for the VPN template for VPN 20, and the VPN interface template for VPN 20. So these both are for VPN 20, and these both are for VPN 10. So now that those templates are created, we need to add them to the device templates. So we go back to device templates, and we need to add them to these templates, which the template we are using for site 33 and site 44. So I'm gonna go to the 3 dots on the right, edit. So there is a section for service VPN where you click on add VPN. I'm gonna add one at a time, starting with VPN 10 for site 3344. Okay, I'm gonna click on next, and I really don't want to change this, but it's coming here anyway. Okay, I'm gonna click on I don't want to break anything, so I'm gonna leave it there. So I'm gonna attach the interface VPN. This is going to be for site 3344 VPN 10. Okay, add. Okay, so I don't need this, so let me remove this. I don't need this one for this template, so let me go back. Let me just do it all over. Go to device templates, 3 dots, edit for site 3344, and add VPN. I only want to add for this site 3344. Okay, yeah, this is what I wanted. Next, I'm gonna add the interface, and it's gonna be for VPN 10 site 3344. This is because I have a lot of sites. I've created templates per a block of sites. If you have a couple of sites, only like 2 sites, you can just create a single feature template for all your device, for all your WAN edges, a single device template. That's gonna make it easy. So I need to add for VPN 20, so it's gonna be this one for site 3344 VPN 20. And next, I need to add the interface. It's gonna be VPN 20 interface for site 3344. Add. And this is also to give an idea that when you do this, you need to pay attention to which template you're adding to which template and so forth. That's why you don't get confused. Now is the time when we need to add the device the device specific info. So what I'm doing is this. If you pay attention, this is the route, the device specific route for VPN 20, and these are the and this is the IP address for VPN 20. Device specific info for the route of VPN 10, and this is the IPv4 address for VPN 10, and this is for site 33. So what I'm doing, I'm gonna keep the 172 first octet. The second octet will be the site ID 33. The third octet will be the VPN. So for VPN it's gonna be VPN 10. For VPN 10 it's gonna be 10, sorry, on the third octet. For VPN 20 it's gonna be 20 on the third octet. So here I'm gonna start 172 site 33, and this is for VPN 20, and this is the prefix of the IPv4 route, so it's gonna be /24. The same here, 172 33 20. This is the next hop 100, and this is now the IPv4 address on the interface for VPN 20, which is GE02, so it's gonna be .1. The same idea applies here, so I'm just gonna copy, but this is going to be for VPN 10, so I'm gonna adjust the third octet. I'm gonna adjust the third octet as well. I'm gonna adjust the third octet. So that's done for this device. Again, if you see, first octet 172, second octet 33, which is the site ID, second octet 33 site ID, third octet for VPN 20 it's gonna be 20, for VPN 10 it's gonna be 10, and then these values depend. This is the prefix, so it's gonna be .0. This is the next hop, it's gonna be 100. This IP is gonna be on the SVR of the switch. .1 is gonna be the IP address on the interface. So I'm gonna click on update, and I'm gonna go to site 44, the same idea, 172 44 VPN 20 0 for the subnet /24. Copy this, and this is the next hop 100. Copy this. The IP address is gonna be 1 here. Okay. For the VPN 10, I'm gonna change it. It's gonna be 10. Okay. For the next hop, I'm gonna change 10.100, and for the IP address on the interface, I'm gonna put 10.1. So it's completed. Now let's go next. Before pushing the config, let's see what we have. The config that we're going to apply is going to look, I mean, this is the kind of the addition of the current config and the additional stuff we adding. So this is the part we're adding. We're adding VPN 10, the name of the VPN, the DNS info, and the interface. So if you go back, we go a little back to how we created the templates. The logic is this. This is for the VPN. These are the info that we put on the VPN template, okay, and the IP route. This info are on the VPN template, the first template, and the other info. These are the this is what we put on the VPN interface template. So that's the idea. So we adding both VPN 10 and VPN 20, and let's see the difference, the config diff. In terms of the config diff, if I click here, we can see that we're adding this section. I mean VPN 10 and VPN 20. Configure devices, select OK. Now if everything is okay, if vManage can access those devices, the config will be deployed. Push feature template configuration in progress, validation success. If we come here, we can see that in progress. If we come back, we can see I mean the logs on how this is progressing. But we can go back to the devices, and I was checking on this. Let's see if we have a show running config for VPN 10. As you can see, before we did not pull anything. For VPN 10, it said element does not exist, but now we have a config for VPN 10. Okay, employees only. If we do 20, we see visitors. Okay, VPN. So, and before, when we checked the IP routes, we only had routes for VPN 0. Now let's check the routing table again. Show IP routes. We can see that we have a bunch of routes. Okay, we have a bunch of routes for VPN 10 and a couple of routes for VPN 20. So if you look at why we need to structure the IP addressing, this can tell me that these two routes are coming from site 33. This route is coming from site 22. This route is coming from site 11. This route is coming from site 44. These routes are coming from site 155. So that's why you need to make sure that you structure the IP addressing to make it easy for you to know where this route is coming, and if you lose a route, you can know, oh, I'm missing one route from this site. So that's basically it, and finally we can test. We are at site 33. If we do ping 172, let's ping an IP address at site 11. Okay, for VPN 20. Okay, 172.11.20.1. If you do it like this, it's gonna say, okay, the ping is failing because this is a verb. It's like when you're pinging on a verb, you need to specify the verb you're pinging onto. So I'm gonna recall this and I'm gonna add VPN 20. Now I have my ping. I have ping responses. So let's try to ping it from VPN 10. We can see that it's not reachable because this is a separate routing table. It's on VPN 10. It can only, this IP can only respond when we put VPN 20. So let's find an IP address in VPN 10 and test. Okay. This one coming from site 22. Okay. Let's take this one. So we're gonna do ping. The first IP address is on the router. That's why I'm testing to that. And I'm gonna put VPN 10. I can get a response. So if I change, put VPN 20, I don't get a response because we're not redistributing between VPNs. Okay, you can do that, but for the time being, remember we said VPN 20 for visitors and VPN 10 for employees. So which means we need to separate them for security reasons. The employees are going to have access to their specific resources, and the visitors might have access to some web servers just to do a couple of searches to search stuff. So that's all for this session. If you liked it, please put a thumbs up. If you're not part of the channel, please subscribe. I will see you in the next session. We will start deploying our a couple of network protocols like NTP, syslog, to make sure that those resources are reachable. And then when we're going to be done, we're going to go back to policies to see how to make a site talk with another site, and the topologies that you can create based on control centralized policies or the application aware stuff. So that's gonna be all for tonight. I will see you in the next session. Thanks. And